In this episode, we go behind the scenes of the Real Pest World House Orlando, where competition turns into collaboration, where real conversations spark big ideas, and business owners share the strategies that actually move the needle. From leadership and legacy to mindset and momentum, this isn't theory, it's the future of the industry.
Welcome back to another episode of Pest Control Millionaire. We are on day 3 of the Real Pest World 2025. We made it this far. Got Danny Liebrandt, which you guys have all seen Danny on the show. And then we got Kendall Hines, Clicky, my man. Seen him on the show. We made it to day 3. Almost wrapping this thing up. Kendall, what's been your biggest takeaway so far since we've been to Pest World?
Well, first of all, the house. I mean, getting all the people who have a growth mindset and they're trying to get to the next level of wherever they're going, whether it's like building a software company or building their pest control business. Just growth-minded people that want to share and figure out how we can help each other get to the next level. I think it's been an amazing event so far. So definitely the best Pest World yet. And I've been to a few of them
agree.
now, so.
It's been a lot of fun too. Now, we went out to, where did we go last night? Universal Studios. And that was cool. Had like, so was there 17 of us went to Universal? 15 of us went to Universal. Just to hang out as guys, talk shop, and lines. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, there's just a young energy in pest control too. I think, Jonas, you and I have been in the lawn care industry prior, and there's a lot of older folks there, less young people, but there's just a young hustle in this, and it's just young entrepreneurs getting in, and it's a cool vibe. So I'm really excited to see it. And 5 years from now, after all the compounding happens, it's going to be cool to see where everybody's at, 5 years from now. So I'm pretty excited for that. But
cool. And Danny, welcome back.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So day 3. You've been super busy here. We'll talk about that a little bit. What's been one of your big takeaways so far?
Yeah, and I'll double down on what Kendall said there, and I'll mention that last year when I went to Pest World, I think I told you guys, I didn't know nearly as many people, and when I did go, I just tried going to all the sessions, and I was like, okay, I'm going to see what everyone else is learning. I'm going to go to the marketing one. I'm going to go to the M&A one. I'm going to go to all these other ones. That's because, it's kind of awkward to cold approach people and like quote unquote network. But what this house has allowed us to do is no matter what, we have a good group of guys to talk to. And that is kind of our support system and foundation. So it was super nice whenever I was wandering around Pest World, and maybe there's a little bit where I didn't see someone I knew, or just maybe I'm just eating with one person and now more people come up, and I'd see someone from the house and then I immediately connect with them. And then we'd always have a good conversation because we have some really high power people here. So I think even for other people, I think it'd be useful. Maybe people even start their own groups and they have a group of like 5, 10, 15 people, because something like this, I feel like it gets you locked in. I feel like there's almost no shutting off your brain when you're around high level people all the time. And there's almost a compounding effect with that. So really, and like Kendall was saying, the effect and power of being around high level people for an extended period of time, not just for like a 30-minute networking dinner, but like 4 or 5 days straight. So I've found that super powerful for myself.
That's really cool. You met some really cool people yesterday. You have any podcasts. That's always good to network while you're there. That's good. But then yesterday? I think you did a deep dive into everyone's Google My Business profile. And everyone's, I think there are 7, 8 guys up here. Went through each one of them, had it live streaming on the big screen TV. That was super impactful for all of them. What did you guys work on?
Yeah, so Kevin texted me, and we were kind of joking about it. I didn't know if we were going to do it for sure, but he texted me later yesterday. He's like, yo, as soon as you get back, can we do audits on the TV? I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I get back, I took a shower, I come up here, and they're already like sitting around here. They're like, dude, you ready? I was like, okay, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I set up my camera so I could record, and anyone who missed it can watch it after, or maybe they can just watch it back. I sat over there and I grabbed one of their computers, hooked up to the TV, and we mainly went through Dennis's Google business profile. We went through it extensively, and almost the reason why I was a masterclass is because I made sure that everything was super high level, as in how it could apply to anyone. Not just this is your specific scenario, but hey, I know Dennis is already doing this super well, but you guys might not be doing this super well. In regards to what I saw across his profile, because like I said, I mainly just looked at his and then a little bit of Michael's. The photo section, he was actually doing pretty well, but I feel like there's always room to improve there. And the advice that I give there, and I've mentioned this to you several times, the photos that I like to use best are ones with a technician who's smiling and doing something. So technician, smiling, spraying. Technician, smiling, talking to a customer. Technician, smiling in the truck. Like just, though that combination works really well. And he already had some really good pictures. I think he was like 80% of the way there. But even just the attribute of something like smiling, I saw across a lot of his pictures that the technician was facing away. And you can certainly have those. That's like not a bad thing or whatever. But when people land on your profile, it's not just that people connect to people, but faces connect to faces. So when they see, especially it's usually moms, they land on the profile and they see just like a nice young guy and he's smiling, talking to a customer or spraying or whatever. That's much more powerful even than him facing back, which most people don't even include people in photos to begin with. But I feel like that is the furthest extent of a great photo. And that was one of the things we covered.
That's cool. And you guys, I think you guys were up here for an hour and a half?
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
And there was like 7, 8 guys?
Yeah, 7, 8 people going in and out.
And I mean, I know what your hourly rate is, what you charge to do deep dives into audits, which is cool. But like I say, like you're giving all this value to 8 guys that are working on the business. So it's like, they're not, they're having to pay an agency. Like they're just learning right here, which is like real time, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I mean, the value, I kind of already talked about this, but just to double down on this, the value of being highly networked, being in a great network, is that you can provide all this value for free to each other. So yesterday I was talking to Travis of a nice pest company, and he told me that their biggest secret is influencers. And he told me exactly how they do it. And I found that super valuable. So I can maybe recommend that to clients or with other companies I pursue. I found that super valuable for myself. I was like, that's so interesting. I don't do anything with influencer marketing. So I feel like the goal should just be to give as much as possible. And that's the mentality of a lot of these other guys. So everyone's just giving as much as possible. It's like, geez, I feel like I just walked away from this week with like thousands, tens of thousands of dollars worth of value.
Yeah, we were on our way over to Orlando to the Universal last night. And we were in a group of 5 dudes, and they were just drilling me questions. And I only bring this up because they said it this morning. Like, we got $35,000 of value in a 15-minute ride. It's like, that's what we're here for, just to give back and help. So just having that mindset. Kendall, you got Clicky going on. You launched Bravo, which is super awesome.
Yep.
You've been a sponsor of the house.
Yeah.
I think you brought breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was really good.
No problem.
Did you sponsor the first day too?
No, that was, I think it was Viserys.
Viserys, cool.
First day.
Got a lot of sponsors, which is really awesome. You got a booth over here at Pest World. How's that been going for you?
It's amazing. Last year was our first year at Pest World, and we were kind of unknown. And I think what's really interesting about this year is 90% of the house are our customers, which is a wild thing in software. I've actually never had it. We sold our previous software company. I've never been in a house with 15 or 14 of our customers. And it's powerful. I mean, you get to see, a lot of time in software, you're working in bits and bytes and code. And we only see it on the back end. I see every time Pest Badger generates a referral, or every time they generate a new technician lead or a new Google review. So to actually, there's people and companies behind the actual work we're doing in software, I think really matters. And it's really cool. I mean, the reason why we do this is to help small businesses grow.
Yeah.
I'm just building the tools that I wish existed when I was running my own small business. So the fact that I get to be here with our customers, and they're giving me real-time feedback of like, hey, I'm like, all right, let's bust out the laptop and we're gonna ship this before we leave. That's really cool. And it also can't be said for a lot of software companies. Usually it's like a person with a good idea, they get into software to make money. Like I didn't get into software to make money. I built the first software company for my own business, LawnBot, right? I just wanted to do online ordering for my lawn care company. Shout out Danny, Zip Code Kings, and Jonas. Like, you're generating so many leads, and I was like, why can't they just buy online? So I started building a software, and then all my other lawn care buddies like started to want to buy it, and God stepped in, and Real Green ended up acquiring that business, and it's like, holy shit, like maybe I was meant to do this.
Yeah.
And that kind of parlayed it into now Clicky. You know, we worked for the acquirer for 2 years, and after we left, we're like, well, what else can we help? Like, what else do I wish existed when I was running my own company? And we looked at referrals, and if you look at basically every CRM today, they don't touch referrals at all. Like, they're really good at scheduling and invoicing and routing. None of them think about, like, how do we turn one customer into 10? So at Clicky and Bravo, we're thinking about, well, how can we help these businesses grow? And from there, we'll see what else we build in the future. But right now, I think there's a lot of work to be done around referrals and employee incentives and things like that. So
Yeah, what's the truth and rumor behind you building a CRM over here?
yeah, I don't know. I hear the Clicky team. No, I have like a really interesting take right now, especially in the age of AI. Is like, I think point solutions are dead, and from our perspective, and point solution being like, we do Google review automation for a business. Like, if that's your only play, I think over time you're dead, because if you look at even Pest World, there's like 8 competitors that do just that.
Yeah.
So the way we're looking at it is we want to be the solution provider for the company for any kind of growth things that they want to do in the business. Maybe in the future that means we want to step into the scheduling, invoicing, routing, AR, your traditional CRM. But like for now, we're building the company, we're bootstrapped, hyper-focused on our customers, building what people want. And if we get the opportunity to do that in the future, I think I have a really interesting perspective after being acquired by Real Green, then working at WorkWave. And
It's actually where we connected.
yeah, at
In person, yeah.
yeah, the was it Pest
Pest
World
World,
or
Boston, yeah.
Yeah. So, and we're in a really interesting time in the industry. Basically, every CRM is private equity owned. And you know this, is like when the founder's there, that's the best the product's ever going to be. Innovation dies when the founder leaves. You can look at any of these companies that got acquired by private equity. And I think that really matters. Like, all the really great companies I respect today are still founder-led. Service Titan, Ara, like just a great entrepreneur. They just IPO'd. They're still innovating. They're still like pushing. And if you look at the innovation like speed of these CRMs, they've just slowed down and died because they're not founder-led anymore. So, and that's just what happens as industries mature. But what that creates is gaps in the market and a space to come in for a new competitor. So it's kind of like Elon, build a phone, and like, I don't want to build a CRM, but if we have to, we will at some point. So, because maybe we'll be forced to with AI.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we just dropped a book, Zip Code Kings, but we talked about Clicky in there because I always say that your second biggest source code should be at minimum should be referrals. And I'll give a shout out to you. In the book, we talked about it specifically. We ran a competition for our customers, and within the first week generated $70,000 in revenue in 1 week just by running a competition.
That's crazy.
With a click of a few buttons.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
and
so it's pretty
I
cool.
love what you guys do, because like you guys do everything we recommend. So we have a best practices doc on like referrals. One is like shoot a welcome video from the owner, like, hey, welcome to our referral program. Like, we want to pay you cash for every referral you generate for the business. And then you guys layer a competition and a giveaway on top of it to create FOMO and a sense of urgency, right? So people are always thinking about like, that's great. How can I get the most out of it? You guys are doing it perfect. And I'm always showing you guys on demos of like your video in the competition, in the giveaway. And like the software is the easy part on the back end. Like but it's like, how's it implemented into the customer experience from the moment they get service to when they sign up, to the giveaway, to when Labor Day rolls around? How do we like remind them about the referral program? Like, that all matters, like, for driving results.
Yeah, and I'll give you one more shout out too, because it was last Sunday? I'm always working. Trisha was working on a project with me. I think it was Sunday. Pretty sure it was on a Sunday. And we were all working, and she reached out to Kendall, and all of a sudden 2 minutes later, I'm literally on the phone in a 3-way call with Kendall and Trisha on a call, figuring something out, which is really cool. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was at the American Pet Waste Removal Association down in Dallas, Texas. It was our anniversary. And it's funny, when we sold LawnBot, me and my wife got married. She was pregnant, and we went to GIE for our honeymoon. And I was like, babe, we got to do this show. It's like, it's gonna be big. The momentum was building, and she's like, all right, I got you. And we're in fucking Kentucky, at the GIE convention. And then 19 months later, we sold our company for a life-changing exit. And so this one, 6-year anniversary, I'm like, babe, got to go to the Pooper Scooper convention. And it was a great, we've sold 3 accounts, but I met Chorby, EJ.
Yeah, EJ McCoy.
EJ McCoy and that team. So they're really interested in, didn't even expect to meet them. They're not even in that. Well, I guess they are with the Pooper Scooper business, but you never know where these things go. And Trisha called, and I was like, oh, we got to take care of them. Call them right away and just fix the issue. And
it's just really cool that you guys, like you said, on a Sunday, picked up the phone with Kendall around a 3-way call, solving problems on a Sunday, which is really cool. So appreciate that. Let's talk about the house a little bit. We have pretty big plans. If you had a crystal ball, Danny, what do you think it looks like next year?
Ooh, well, I would say right off the top of my head, it's only going to be better.
Yeah.
We may have more people, and I was talking with the nice pest company guys yesterday, because we had an Uber to Universal yesterday. And they were super hyped up about this, especially Tyler. He's like, dude, we're going to have 5 different houses, 20 people in each. We're going to get sponsored. We're going to make this its own company. So I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I think we will have more people. I think there's only going to be more attention. And also, assuming it's mostly the same group of guys, we're only going to be closer. And I think that's kind of the key aspect to key in on is I've learned that relationships are compounding. So the longer you are with someone and spend more time with them and do stuff with them, that compounds. You have trust with them, that compounds. You have friendship with them, that compounds. You have a better time. Now you're comfortable referring them to people. You're comfortable working with them. All these different things. Relationships are so powerful, and especially with all the AI stuff that's going on, I've also come to understand that relationship building is one of the few things that AI can't replace. AI can do a lot of things. It can generate you blogs, and now you can even, have an AI agent, maybe go through your website or whatever. But in terms of relationship building, I mean, that's not even close right now. I don't even know how you would automate that. Maybe I have an automated text to you, but still the in-person stuff, I highly doubt I'm gonna actually have a Danny robot go out and be like, no, you know what, I'm too tired today. Danny robot, go out and talk to Jonas instead. I don't think that's gonna be the case, because we as humans really value relationships. Even though I've mentioned I'm an introvert, I still love spending this time with you guys. And I feel like that's just core to our human nature. So I don't think that's going to change. Pull you out of the room once in a while. Yeah. Get out of your room. I need my sleep, man.
At 9 hours, right?
Yeah, dude. 8 to 9 hours every night.
Yeah, keep the healthy glow.
Yeah, so everyone at this house apparently just gets 5 to 6 hours a night. I need 8 to 9.
He comes out of the room, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Did you guys sleep?
Yeah, no, I went to bed at 3 last night. 9 is not a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks
whatever.
For waking up, man.
Yeah, no, happy to be here.
We got a big day ahead of us.
I can tough it out.
Yeah, so it's gonna be really cool. Kendall, what about you? What are your we've talked a lot about what we're gonna do, but what does it look like in your mind?
I think the interesting thing is we're all entrepreneurs, and as we know, we're in software. It's about releasing the first version, getting feedback, learning, and quickly iterating. So, I think that what we learned this year is that structure is really helpful, even around rest. So going back to Danny, Matt mentioned it around we need to structure the rest, because right now it's okay, a vendor shows up with breakfast, but if we're all not here, then maybe it's not maximizing that relationship building. So I think we're going to quickly iterate, add structure, and that structure is going to create just to Danny's point, compound growth, with relationships and results and where we're all headed. So, I think that's what's really interesting about us being all entrepreneurs is
There's lots of ideas.
lots of ideas. We need some integrators.
That's good.
Like, we got the visionaries, so we need like probably 5 or 6 integrators. Like Matt, I feel like is a really great integrator, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what?
You got Ben behind the scenes crushing, so thanks, Ben.
Yeah, Ben. We're talking about bringing crew, like, so the integration aspect is what I'm excited to see, but the core idea, like that birth of the idea, is there, and the spark has been created, and it's really cool that like we meet people here at the house. And we're at the show, and multiple times has happened where like current customers are like walking me over to somebody who's at the show but's not at the house, and like there's a different level of connection, and I get that instant cosign into them to meet them, and it's like irreplaceable almost. It's like that glue, but it creates a bond even beyond here, but to like the larger show. So it's been really fun. And then obviously like we kind of all hit the circuit together. The podcast circuit.
Yeah.
We did, yeah.
And so to bring it all together here, I was just on Danny's pod.
Uh-huh.
And then obviously I have a standing guest on Pest Control Millionaire. So like, it's really cool to even from that aspect. Yeah. It's like this crossover of brands and content producers. It's a cool thing. And I haven't seen it in many other industries.
Me either. It hasn't happened as far as I know anywhere else. So this is the first time it's been put together. It's created a ton of awareness and a ton of attention. Lots of people in the industry are talking about it. I mean, I've gotten texts from vendors. I've got texts from people that I don't even know. Like, hey, how do I get a spot for next year? I'm screenshot and put it in the group. Like, we're really making some moves here, which is really cool. Someone asked me yesterday, like, what my thoughts were about Pest World, and I said it's great. And they're like, do you love it? I'm like, what I love about the podcast and doing content like this and the YouTube channel is I walked in yesterday and I was there for 4 hours, and I couldn't move 50 feet.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't move. It was the craziest experience probably of my life.
Wow.
Like, I just was not expecting that, which is really cool. So going to say, like, content really works. And so we're gonna blow this thing up, and everyone's gonna know about it. Everyone's gonna want to be here.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
But I want you to talk more about that. Like, what was that like for you? What was your emotions? So did it feel like cool? Because you mostly do your shows remote. You've interviewed like almost 150 people, but I mean that's got to be kind of weird with everyone like hoarding you, right?
Yeah, I guess I just didn't realize how big the show was. Like, I know everyone said it.
Yeah.
I've seen the YouTube channel, the TikToks, they've seen all my videos, they see my Pest Control Millionaire stuff, like I see the ads. So then it's like, I walked in, I had no idea. I had no clue. I just do my thing and I put out the content. I showed up and I literally could not move.
What were people asking or saying?
I mean, just that they love the content, and they start asking questions about the business, about the YouTube channel. And then like, as they're talking, like other people are walking up and fist bumping as you walk by. I'm like, this is crazy. That was a pretty crazy experience.
That's years of work, though. I remember.
For sure.
I mean, when we talked, it was like 6 or 7 years ago, and you were cranking on TikTok pretty hard.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, dude, I love the frequency. Like, and then now, like my brother, he's like, oh, you know Jonas? I was like, yeah, like
Everyone
Jonas
knows
go
him.
way back.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, so is this? I feel like you're just starting to see some like shimmers of that, of like. And I think it's just going to be explosive growth for you beyond that. So it's really cool to see that all that hard work paying off, because one thing we all know, like the consistency is not easy.
No.
Like, I'm sure there's times when you have a pod scheduled and you're like,
Yeah.
I gotta go do this. Yeah. There's, but I actually love it too. So it's like, I'm just so ADD, like, and like my schedule's not perfect all the time. Like, I'll realize like I get the reminder and alert, and I'm like 100 miles home just to get there to get a jump on my podcast.
I got to show up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And like even last week, I had a podcast scheduled, and I was like, I found out 2 weeks ago that I had to jump on a flight to North Carolina in like 2 hours. Yeah. And I was telling this lady, she's like, no, we can skip it. I'm like, no, we're not skipping it. Like, I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to be there, I'm just going to be there. And that's just who I am as a person. But yeah, I guess that just wasn't what I expected. And then I'm excited today about the book launch. It officially launched on Monday, which is cool, Zip Code Kings. But we actually had 100 copies delivered here.
Yeah.
They almost didn't make it, but they did.
It's scary, man.
So, all of us as a group, we're gonna take a big picture, give away, all the books to these guys, let them read it, and let them post on their own. But Then we're gonna go to Pest World, just do a bunch of giveaways. Super excited about that, just to be able to again help out as we can, you know.
Yeah, no, it's going to be super cool. Right after this show, we're going to do a live stream, go for about an hour, unbox the books, which Jonas couldn't wait. He had to unbox 6 of the books.
Like 6 boxes came in. One was like 50, then 40, and one had 4. I'm like, or 6. I'm like, I'm not opening the book. Yeah. We have to.
I've got OCD. I want to do it all at the same time. I want everything to be perfect.
So if you guys see the video, there's 6. Well, let's hide the 6 books. Never mind.
Dude, I just gotta say too, like that book should be like $20,000, not
Seriously.
$28, because all the webinars that I've done and everything like that, like, and just over the year, like before software, I grew my own lawn care company with a lot of those same tactics that you guys talk about, the Facebook groups, the partnerships, the knocking on doors, the telemarketing, the lawn signs, the, like literally everything, the blueprint's there.
Yeah.
And it's only $28. Like that's insane. And it's not like theoretical. Like Jonas actually runs a big company with and deploys all those same practices in his companies, and like he's done it. Practitioners, Danny, he's done it. Like it's an amazing book, and I'm definitely going to be reading it multiple times, like front to back, and probably get some ideas for myself, like that we can recommend to clients too.
And that's what it's for. Like the book wasn't to make money. Like it obviously it's our brand and it means a lot to me. But it's just to give back to a community that's given me so much value. So everything that I can do to give back for free. If I could give it away for free, I would, which I do. But it costs us money to get a printed stuff. Otherwise, I'd just give it away. So.
And what I love about the book, when I got into lawn care, I was first getting in. I was a 21-year-old kid. I like went up to an older dude who was in the industry, a lawn doctor franchise, and he's like, Kendall, you need to take out a big loan and go do direct mail. And I was like, what the like, first of all, like, but that's all they knew. That's the only move they knew, to go like send direct pricing letters through Real Green at the time. And I was like, well, we don't have like money, and I probably won't get approved for like a big loan to go send direct pricing letters. So
that's a terrible idea.
What can I do? Well, at the time, I mean, the way they look at it is if I spend $150K on mailers with its direct pricing letters, right? So they already quote it. People are sending in checks. They're not even getting a quote. They just send in a check and sign up. So they'll probably do $300,000 or $400,000 in sales off of that $150 in ad spend, which that was back 10 years ago. So it's probably not as good now, but we did a lot of the tactics that you talk about in the book, like this high cost of return, but low cost of advertising. But all it takes is execution and like sweat equity. So,
I mean, if you have no money, all you have is time.
Right.
Take the time and go get customers.
Right.
Yeah. No, it was cool. I saw Kendall flipping through the book last night, and we purposely bold all the most important points, and he keeps stopping on each of the pages. He's like, dude, each of these pages is gold.
like Grant Cardone does that with the sales team. They have the 10X rule, and they just open it one day. It's like they read it every day in the sales meeting. I was like, you could totally do this with this book, with your entire C-suite or your marketing team. All right, boom. Door hangers, distribution is the key, da-da-da-da. Like, and it should be the Bible in terms of growth and marketing for your business, or like moving forward for any, I would say, service-based business.
I agree. Yeah, it's
not just lawn
I had a
care
bunch of people
or
reach out like, hey, is this applicable to HVAC or plumbing? And I was like, any service-related business is what it's for, like how to take over your zip code.
And obviously we frame it as zip code, or we frame it as pest control, because me, you, and Jake come from a pest control background. But like you said, and especially from my area of expertise, which is mainly like SEO and paid search, it's like 80 to 90% the same across all industries, and the same with all these other marketing strategies as well.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, it's all about getting attention, acquiring the customer. We're sending some sort of asset out to a home, to another asset, to do some sort of service work. Once you're there, the things kind of change a little bit, but all these companies need to wrap their trucks. They need to go get attention in the marketplace. They need to generate opportunities for their team. So yeah, it's totally applicable across all verticals, 100%. So
I'll just say real quick, if you guys haven't already gotten the book, Zip Code Kings, make sure to go to Amazon right now, search up Zip Code Kings, get our book right now. A little bit less than $25 for the paperback, $10 for the Kindle, and $40 for the hardcover. Total steal, like Kendall said. I mean, we technically have premium pricing, you know, so I think kind of standard is like $20 for a paperback, but we should literally be charging thousands of dollars for this. It's insane. We're giving it away for free. So make sure to get the book, read it, let us know your thoughts, and leave us a review too. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Reach out to us, leave a review, make a post about it. We'll comment, and actually we should mention the giveaway too. You can talk about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
We are giving a 60-minute consulting call with me, Jonas, and Jake to 5 people who buy the book, make a post, and tag us 3. Tag me, Jonas, and Jake. And I don't know, just say whatever. Hey, so excited to read Zip Code Kings, or, you know, Jonas is the real deal, whatever, you know, so excited. And you take a selfie with the book, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. Which obviously, again, we're mainly pest control, so this is fairly niche. There's not going to be a ton of people entering, so I assume you'll have a pretty good chance at winning that. And to get an hour of our free time, me, Jonas, and Jake, that is like a $5,000 plus call. So you guys definitely want to enter that, yeah, hopefully we'll see you on a consulting call.
Cool. We'll wrap it up there, I guess.
Cool.
Danny, Kendall, thanks for being here. Appreciate you.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Jonas. It's been awesome.
See you.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to another episode of Pest Control Millionaire. We don't charge any money for the show, but the podcast isn't free. Please like and subscribe and give us a 5-star review in your favorite podcast app. This makes a huge difference for us. If you have any specific questions about your business or your personal life that you'd like answered by me or any of my podcast guests, please send an email to info@pestcontrolmillionaire.com. And if you want to get in touch with me about our marketing class, we do a live version every Thursday night. Check out our website at pestcontrolmillionaires.com. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys in the next one.